Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a pick a card reading for a message from your future self. So we're going to be looking into the energy 5 years from now to bring you some amazing insight, some beautiful, positive, and uplifting messages. So if you want to participate in this reading, keep in mind this is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone, and remember that only you have the ability to shape your future based off of your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, and your intentions. So if there's anything in here that doesn't resonate or it just doesn't really feel right for you, always trust your own intuition above all else, and you are the one who is in charge of shaping your future. We're just looking into the energy 5 years from now based off of your current energy where you're at right now. All right, so go ahead and choose a card that you feel drawn to the most. So we have number 1, number 2, and number 3. Once you have chosen a card, you can fast forward to your timestamp, head to the comments below where my lovely subscribers post the timestamps for me, and if you choose number 1, I'll see you in a second. So for those of you guys who choose number 1, we have the messages from your future self, energies from 5 years from now, what's going on in your life, what's happened, what's transpired. And I'm happy to see so many positive cards for you. I mean, this is just amazing. The first thing that's really coming out is you have moved somewhere. Okay, the horse card is talking about movement, relocation, freedom. For some of you guys, I sense maybe right now you're in college or you're in schooling and it's like 5 years from now you're out of that. So it's like this freedom, like you're really living your life. You're out of the school system, you've achieved your degree, and you're moving past that. Now, this is a general reading, so not everybody is in that situation. For some of you guys, this is definitely talking about a move, like you've moved somewhere. For others, this might be talking about you've manifested quite a lot of travel, if that's something you've really wanted. I see some type of major career opportunity that has come in for you. And the message from your future self is like you're really at this point in your life where you're focusing on your responsibilities and you've become responsible. So if you feel like you're not really responsible right now, we've all been there, or you kind of feel like you just don't even know what you're doing in life. Well, 5 years from now, your future self is telling you you've developed some type of system. You've kind of got your ducks in a row. Like maybe you're that person who now has like a calendar or a day planner, or you've got things kind of set up. You're kind of in a good routine. And so it's a really great place to be. You're not just kind of putting out fires everywhere. You're not really in survival mode anymore. You're really in the flow of life. This swan card, you guys have probably seen it multiple times. I call this the leaving difficult times behind card. So you have left a difficult time behind in your life, and I kind of see that foreshadowed by these cards up here. We'll look into that in a second. We see the creativity card and also the passion card. So this says whatever you're doing in your work, you might actually be doing something that really is your purpose, that really is your passion. This could also be talking about maybe you've learned some new hobbies. Maybe you are expressing yourself more artistically. I also see something about fitness. You've been through some type of body transformation, it seems like. It's like I'm getting this message from your future self, like you really started working on your health and your fitness, and you might even have transformed physically a lot in the next 5 years, and you're feeling more confident in your own skin. And so that's great news to hear. And I love seeing this. This is the Otter card. It's talking about fun. You have a lot of fun in your life. You've learned how to balance your responsibilities and also allow yourself to have fun. Sometimes in life we feel like, you know what, I can't have fun until I do this, 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 and this, or until I get to this point in my life, or I need to be really serious because if I let go for a day and just relax, then nothing's gonna get done. It's like you've realized that you can't actually do your responsibilities. You can't get things done in your life unless you allow that time for rest and play. So something that's happened, a big message I'm getting from your future self is that you've been allowing yourself to balance. You have balanced your work life. You have that separation between work and home. Or for some of you guys, it's almost like you've integrated it. Your lifestyle is just like your work. What you're doing is part of your work, and it all just blends together seamlessly. So for some of you guys, it's a balance and a separation from that. And for others, it's just like your ideal lifestyle has become the way that you actually are making your money and your finances and getting everything together. So this is talking about laughter. I think this is a message from your future self, kind of looking back on where you're at right now and laughing at you. They're laughing at you, not in a mean way, but just in kind of like this way of almost like you have no idea how amazing your life is going to be. You have no idea like where this path is really taking you. It's so incredible. I think your future self is looking at you and really proud of everything you're doing right now in your life, all the things that you're letting go of, because it almost feels like currently you feel like you're caught in this web or something, or you're weaving the threads that are going to take you to the future. And so it's like there's this admiration your future self has for you, for everything you've been doing to lay the groundwork and lay the foundations that's going to get you here. This looks very abundant. This looks very prosperous. This is the Chariot. This card is talking about a time in your life where you really feel like you're on cloud nine, like you're on the horse's back and you've got the reins and you're riding forward free into the sunset and you know exactly where you're going. This horse here, it's like this symbol of freedom. And it's just a couple short years away. So this is going to happen so fast. Your future self is not really that different than you. It's just there have been some amazing synchronicities that have taken you here. A lot of decisions that you've made are really, you've stuck with them and you move forward. And balance is something that you have really incorporated in your life. Now, I do see something over here in 5 years from now about you letting go of a certain person, like a male figure. This could be a breakup. This could be someone, family member who you distanced yourself from, or a friend that so it could just be you've distanced yourself from this person because of the move, or some type of breakup or something like that. Or maybe this is something you're going through right now and it's kind of ringing a bell, but it's something your future self is telling you you've healed from this, you've moved past this, it's not affecting you as much. And we see this Death card, which is talking about letting go of a certain lifestyle. This is the Hangman, so it comes out next to the Hangman. This is a card talking about feeling stuck, feeling stagnant, feeling frozen, feeling like you just are too exhausted or too stressed to do anything. That's how I felt yesterday. Has anyone else felt like this before, or been through a long period like this in your life? Sometimes it's time to act in your life, and sometimes it's time to just kind of pull back. And maybe this is what you've experienced a lot. Maybe you feel like you just don't know what choice to make, or you don't know which way to go, or you just feel stuck in this period of life. Sometimes when you're in school, you just feel like, 3 more years, of this education and classes and semesters, is this ever going to end? Or whatever, Maybe you kind of feel like that, but this is the end of that cycle, death to that cycle, and there's expansion and there's renewal and there's changes coming in. So the card that you chose is the Empress card. And this is talking about creativity, fertility. It's kind of a message like you're currently planting the seeds that will grow into this beautiful future for you. So overall message from your future self is, let's get these all together, is you're going to look back and laugh because you have finally achieved the balance that you've been craving in your life. You've healed from that specific thing that has been frustrating you and making you feel stuck. And you are very responsible. You have the ability to respond to whatever happens in your life. You're no longer just trying to survive or just react to things. You're responding and you're thriving in your life in 5 years. So I hope that that message resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Okay, so for those of you guys who choose number 2, let's go ahead and get your message. So this is a message from your future self. Energies that are coming in around 5 years from now, where you're at on the path. So this is a general message. Remember, parts of it may resonate, parts of it might not. But I think for a lot of you guys, there is a relationship that's coming into your life that's going to be very significant. For some people, I see marriage. I really do. I see a commitment. And I see maybe you're moving in with somebody or you're starting a family. For some people, I see birth. I see the birth of a child or maybe even a couple children in that time span. For some people, I feel like you're still with the person you've been with, or there's a renewal of vows, or there's a renewal of a dedication, or you take the next step with someone. I see that for some people. So for a lot of you guys here, I think love has a lot to do with where you're going to be in the next 5 years. And I think the message from your future self is telling you, don't worry, you're not going to be alone. You're going to find a life partner. And so that's absolutely beautiful. 5 years from now, you know, there's still a little bit of frustration left, because I feel like you're at this point in your life right now where you're really trying to figure out, like, what is my purpose? What are my talents? What are my gifts? Like, what path do I want to take? And you've gotten to the bottom of that, and there's been opportunities, okay? But there's still a couple things that are left to be known. There's still a couple things that haven't been revealed yet 5 years from now. And I feel like you're going to come to this point of peace and balance with that, to realize as your path unfolds, it reveals. There's never like this moment in life where you arrive. You know, I kind of see it as this symbol of you climb the mountain and you reach the peak and it's absolutely amazing. And then you see the peak of the other mountain on the other side. And you realize there's another mountain to climb. So, you know, life, there's ups and downs, and there are certain moments where you arrive, and I feel like you've arrived somewhere in 5 years, but then there's the next mountain. And so that's what you're kind of focused on. You're like, you have even higher goals you've set. So you've achieved the goals that you've set currently, you've achieved them in 5 years, but there's more to be done. Something kind of shocking happens out of the blue. It's very positive. This is the fulfillment card. I feel like this is some type of financial energy. It feels like some type of investment has paid off, or inheritance, or just something happens where like all of a sudden there's an increase in your finances. And so it's like this energy is like, what do I do with this money? How do I like invest it best in my future? It's really exciting and it's really happy. It kind of feels like winning the lottery. I don't think that's going to happen to everyone here specifically, but it does feel like that energy of some type of big financial increase and it being like almost overwhelming. It could have to do with the result of bringing finances together with this person that you're with. Maybe the income just expands because there's another person in your life, inheritance, something like that. Wealth is coming into your life. And I think it's funny that the card you picked is the Wheel of Fortune. And so it's literally a fortune, financial. And so now you're able to invest more in the things that you want. Okay? At first you're feeling kind of protective and worried, like, am I going to waste this? Is it going to go away? But then you start to really expand into this energy of abundance, and you're able to use it to invest in your future. And so I see you kind of, as a result of this financial increase, kind of going on a different path. And maybe that's why this frustration card is here, because it's amazing advancement for you, but it also kind of changes your plans and changes your life in a way to where you kind of have to go back to the drawing board. So 5 years from now, there's a big shift and it's like back to the drawing board. but you do end up taking some kind of creative path as you move forward. This is more of a focus in your life. There's a huge change to where you're able to do this. So some of you guys might end up just staying at home or working from home, or being able to quit the day job, or maybe to just be at home with the kids, or start a new business, or like reinvest some of these finances. It's very positive. I do see a strong energy of a lot of people here who are staying home with the kids or leaving the job to be with the kids and to live a more creative lifestyle, but not everybody. And then this is saying like you have this power now in your life, and it's not just the finances, it's your mentality. Like you have matured a lot over 5 years. So I feel like the main message from your future self, let's get these all together, is get ready. Big change is coming in your life. You're going to be fulfilled. You'll have more time to work on things that are close to your heart and that are creative for you. And being in this energy is going to bring you more power. So you have a lot to look forward to 5 years from now. And remember that you are planting the seeds that are going to take you to this abundant future. So I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I'll see you later. All right, so for those of you guys who choose number 3, let's get a message from your future self. 5 years from now, the energies that are surrounding you, what's kind of going on in your life. Wow. Okay, so 5 years from now, you have finally made it through. I feel like currently, this is a card talking about where you've been currently. It's like you're waiting for something. You're waiting for an opportunity. Maybe you're feeling a little bit bored in life. This happens. Sometimes we just feel like it's the same day over and over again. Have you guys seen that movie Groundhog Day? It's like a classic where it just feels like it's the same day over and over, and you just can't get out of it. You're stuck in this cycle and feeling kind of bored, you know? And I feel like there's something that's happened in the 5 years. Your future self is trying to tell you that you've broken this cycle, that you've figured out how to bring in more pleasure into your life and more happiness in, because we see this joy card. And I feel like this is related to connections. I see a lot of friends around you. I kind of see a community around you. I feel like one of the biggest things that is expanding for you in the next 5 years is relationships and friendships. Right now, there's this energy of kind of loneliness or solitude or kind of letting go of old connections, but you're actually kind of making space for what's really meant to find you here. And so relationships, 5 years from now, your future self is trying to tell you, like, look, you have no idea, like, the fun and the joy that you're going to have in your life from sharing connections and sharing memories with people. Your family is expanding. It could be birth in the family. Not sure if you're giving birth or if there's a couple people in the family that are giving birth or friends, but it's like there's more people. There's a brand new energy around you and around your group of friends. And maybe if you don't even have a group of friends right now, this is something you'll experience in the future. And so it's very positive. It seems like the biggest energy around you that expands is relationships. I also see a new career venture that is taken. You decide to kind of switch careers or to go out for a new job. For a couple of you guys, this is a big promotion. This is you becoming the manager of the job you've already been working at, against all odds, because I kind of see the path there. It might be a little bit rough. And I feel like, yeah, this is kind of talking about 6 or 7 years of searching for this job or of trying to get on this path that finally pays off. So this could be talking about the process of going from school to finally mastering the craft. I see for some people medical jobs like a nurse or doctor or something, you finally got into school, done the residency and all that stuff, and then like you have your own practice or you're really doing the thing. For others, it's a business that's been started. Maybe you have this idea right now and you're wondering if you should go on this path, and it's like you've started the business, and you know, it usually takes a business like at least 5 years to turn a profit. I think a lot of people are surprised. Some people expect to just start a new business and in a year or two you're great. It takes time. It takes years. And so you put the work in and it's paying off. So for some of you guys, this is career, this is new business, something like that. It's a great opportunity and it's paid off. And this is your confidence that's boosted. I think you're going to be really surprised 5 years from now how confident you have become, because it's like you've taken this path that's very different than other people. So something your future self is trying to tell you is like, right now you might feel like a misfit, or you might feel very lonely, or you might feel like you don't even know where you're going, but you actually are in a position for greatness. You weren't really meant to fit in that way. You are on your own unique path, and you will find your people. The more that you focus on your gifts and your talents and the things that you love, you know, your desires, as I say here on the channel, your desires are the compass that lead you in the direction of your life mission and soul purpose. So one thing I do see as well in the future is I see a breakup, okay? So I do see a breakup, and I feel like this one is a little bit rough. And maybe your future self is acknowledging a breakup you've recently had and trying to tell you that like this is something that you've conquered and there's somebody new coming in your life. So this is a really amazing commitment with someone. There's a flame here, so it makes me think for some of you guys this is twin flame union or a connection with a soulmate. There's a really strong energy about like you've released something in love to gain something that's very beautiful and powerful. So it's a beautiful energy of transformation. So your message that your future self has from you is like, have hope. You are already in the flow, taking you to where you're supposed to go. Maybe you feel a little bit jaded in life right now. Maybe you feel like you've hit rock bottom, but really you see this time as like a fresh slate upon which you can build this beautiful, bright future. And this is saying have flexibility right now. Your future self is telling you to have flexibility right now. Because your path is going to be changing significantly, but in the best way. Look out for the signs and signals, you know, animal totems, angel numbers, 222, 444, 1111, stuff like that, random songs that come on the radio. Be open to receiving insight and guidance and positive energy from different sources. So I hope that this message resonated with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. And those of you guys who enjoyed this reading, please let me know in the comments below what you think and how this resonates with you. I hope that this reading uplifted you. This was such an interesting one to do. I want to thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you later. Peace out.